You know who doesn't make for a cool vampire character but also fought alongside Deadpool?
No, Papa.
A cow. Meet Bessie the Hell Cow, a character very much intertwined into the Marvel Universe that you probably never heard of. Mild spoilers lie ahead. Now, who the heck is this vampiric cow? Legend has it that the black and red caped hell cow is a product of a hungry Dracula, searching perilously for a meal through Switzerland in the late 1600s. That's right, Bessie the Hell Cow is really fucking old. During that fateful evening, all the humans had boarded their homes, and all he could find was a sweet, innocent little cow. Leave the cow alone, Dracula. The next morn, her farmer came out to milk little old Bessie, only to find her dried up corpse. Poor cow. He buried the body, but 3 days later, Bessie was resurrected, thus beginning her search for the dastardly villain who made her into a vampire. Just like Jesus. Anyways, her journey apparently brings her to the United States, where she appears for the first time in Steve Gerber's Giant-Sized Man-Thing Volume 1, but only in a small vignette with none other than Howard the Duck. That's right, that weird duck at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy, who finds himself in good old Cleveland, Ohio. Very similar to Switzerland. This just so happens to be where the bovine vampire is taking a break to stalk the communities and search for a tasty treat. Meanwhile, Howard is trying to earn a position on the Cleveland Police Force, and he reads about the mysterious deaths that are happening in the rural areas. In an attempt to draw out the assailant and gain praise from the police force, Howard takes to the streets, dresses up as a human, and walks around the countryside. And oh my God, here comes the Hell Cow! She crashes into him, sending him into an auto shop. They tussle and fight, but ultimately Howard is able to drive a wooden stake into Bessie to end her for good. Or so he thinks. Plus, he doesn't even get onto the police force. Maybe we should be talking about Howard. Anyways, Bessie was buried once more. Only this time, her escape from the depths of Earth were attributed to mad scientist Dr. Kilgore, who brought her back to his lab in the hopes that if he drank her vampiric milk as a panacea for his tuberculosis, it would cure him while also granting him immortality.
Makes you big, makes you strong.
Pretty gross, and it doesn't work. So when that happens, Kilgore just kidnaps Deadpool and attempts to reverse engineer his healing powers instead. Lo and behold, this is where Deadpool and Bessie the Hell Cow meet, and Deadpool and Hell Cow team up to take him down. Kilgore becomes a puddle of goo, and they flush him down the toilet, yay! They walk outside victorious, but it's fucking daylight, and the Hell Cow dies instantaneously. Deadpool flips back through the comic book over 60 times trying to fix it, and eventually saves good old Bessie, who goes on to become a member of Deadpool's Weapons of Mass Destruction fencing group, Deadpool Incorporated, where she assists the group's theft of S.H.I.E.L.D. weaponry from the USS Deadpool in issue number 23 of Spider-Man Deadpool. Now, how was Bessie of any use to anyone, you might ask? Why was Bessie pivotal to Deadpool Incorporated? Well, she's a vampire, so she had sharpened canine fangs, perfect for human flesh. Nom, 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 nom. And so long as she kept up with her diet of human blood, she was immortal. Just like Deadpool. She could also shapeshift into a fine mist that would let her avoid attacks and essentially dodge by disappearing. Pretty cool power. She could fly, she was incredibly strong because she's a giant cow, and she was quicker than other cows, which is worth something. Fun fact, in Season 5, Episode 2 of Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Hell Cow is briefly mentioned.
What sort of hell cow produces carmine milk?
Oh no, file just says Bessie.
Bet you didn't realize what they were talking about right there. And she was in a comic book as recently as 2018, where she was in a flashback in Spider-Man Deadpool number 28. So all in all, Bessie has the powers of a vampire and a cow, and she's dropped into pop culture from time to time, making her a perfect, long-lasting sidekick for Deadpool. Marvel, make a live-action Bessie the Hell Cow. You made a live-action tree, make this cow. Let us know in the comments if you want to see more of Bessie the Hell Cow. Like this video, comment below with other lesser-known superheroes we should talk about, and subscribe to Gamma Ray. Thanks for tuning in, folks.